The leaflet left with the leaves that lassoed in the wind. That whirled with the whirlwinds on the day the world ended, the sun refused to shine. I've taken matches to crosses in my mind cause the sun's arms don't reach and I'm building snowmen in June. I remember the time that seeing roses bloom was a pastime. Time passed. Time stood still. I stand still. Trapped. Living my mind away. I sat on the beach watching the moon set in the folds of the horizon, building sinking sandcastles, controlling the tide. Conversing with Poseidon about politics and sonnets. And then it hits me. I need a pen. Yeah. I'm just asking you. What do you write for? See, I write for the flowers.
Right for what?
The snowflakes.
Right for what? Right for what? Right for what? Right for what? I write for the ears that wanna hear, for the hearts that want change they can't spend, for the homeless man that sits on a bench and twists his locks, for the drunken midget pacing High Street talking to himself playing with rocks. I write for the belly dancers and snake charmers, incense pushers, panhandlers and ant farmers, for the poor girl, single mother that never sees the sun, and when he sleeps is the only time she sees the sun. For the night crawlers, empty alley walkers and chain smokers, students/strippers trying to maintain focus. For the life lovers and mic huggers, wax spinners and graph spitters, beat crafters and windmillers. I write for the cracked pavement, for my ancestors stacked in the basements of slave ships, for the plot where my great grandfather's grave sits, and for the fact that destiny sealed with the kiss. For the desk bots and labor drones, for the constant clock punches and half-hour lunches, for the poet with pen in hand and papyrus canvas to paint pictures, for the veteran pianist with severed fingers, for the compliments and criticism, sing-alongs and cynicism, aerial views, surface tension, ink blots and devout Christians, for the angels and devils, the soldiers, the rebels, for discovering stepping stones, taking speech to new levels. I write for my wife's eyes and my son's smile, his hair, her lips, every step he takes, her stare, her hips. For learning to deal with the hand I've been dealt shows me that all that matters is I write for myself. The only thing that matters is I write for myself. The only thing that matters is you write for yourself. Write for what?
What do you write for?
Write for what?
Talk is cheap, but a whisper is priceless. I whispered priceless sweet nothings into her ear. Exaltation was my medium of choice, but she chose a medium-sized drink for a beverage. The scales are losing leverage, you know, the counterbalance kind. Well, I kinda counterbalance that just with Jupiter on my shoulders and each moon circled eye dancing. The dance of the pendulum swaying side to side, in the fashion of my grandfather's clock that just struck noon. I held an abacus in each pocket to keep count of the amount of pillowcases of sleep I lost, watching the waning and waning of the moon, hoping the lilies planted too soon wouldn't bloom until June. She's my heart, but she can't live with me. The flickering of the filament phalanges fingered the symbolization of a dying sunset till we slept. Today I live to see tomorrow's morning due to the dying of tonight. But with pen in hand I could only write, God.
I write for the ears that wanna hear, for the hearts that want change they can't spin, for the homeless man that sits on a bench and twists his locks, for the drunken midget pacing High Street talking to himself playing with rocks. I write for the belly dancers and snake charmers, incense pushers, panhandlers and ant farmers, for the poor girl, single mother that never sees the sun, and when he sleeps is the only time she sees the sun. For the night crawlers, empty alley walkers, chain smokers, students/strippers trying to maintain focus.
I write for what? I write. desolate landscape with a name tag that read blue. I was 12 then, clothed in blissful talk to self, spoon-fed language arts with a side of NWA content. See, the sun only bleeds for the moon's sake. Others thought it strange that I doodled my tomb shape. In a paradise lost, I found Ginsberg holding a quill dipped in the blood of a celestial, guarding a written masterpiece on papyrus and tongue forbidden. I'm intrigued. Walk in place, become peaceful pastime. Talk to self, blissful still. Out of shell gone cracked, so ugly duckling emerge where swans dive, never to rise another. Obsolete sarcophagus conscious, concrete soul collective. While perspective of impressionists embeds cubism in loins. 92 seems only memorable childhood, yeah. Laughing at the homeless midget that constantly asked himself for change. Then I asked myself to change. It was all lollipops and balloons, helium filled. Frolic frantic in fields where syringe needles glisten with the sunbeam's touch. Easily found. L bottles broken, halos torn. Angels turn zombies that knows to walk but prefers to crawl. Encompass my playground. I can't see the forest for the tree stumps. Petrified anger, laughing, guilt. Gave life to phalange tip brush strokes. And I'm still trying to find myself in the ink blots.
They've come to drop angelical bombs, 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 bombs. They've come to drop angelical bombs, 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 bombs. They've come to drop angelical bombs, 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 bombs.
I sit in places, erasing nations and space stations, strengthen 9 lives. When I turn kittens to claymation, just skills wasted. You claim it ill, but I'm still waiting for some inkling of thinking before I drill your face in. Losing patience, inch by inch, your fear clears the traces of caricature barriers in which hysteria is encased in. My rhymes laced in cattle grazing and battle phasing, hunting imposters on the roster to the bed they head lacing. To those that say they hot, I'm blazing. Burn your fingertips when I rip, so there's no change in the stations. For years I met some of the most amazing hip-hop patrons that spitted a dime drop and rocked the pavement. No film can frame it, the development, no cage containment, no label can name it. While I'm straining for a place to lodge the blaming, I'm a Roger Layman, try to dodge the collage delation, springing in the faces of fans that rock hand-in-hand fat laces. Land to land tasting depths of culture's place in history making. Into the back bending and time wasting, imagery taking, penalty thrusting away in your talent embracing.
They've come to drop angelical bombs, 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 bombs.
I'm on another level of speech with new heights reached. I delete each leech, latched onto the ideas I preach. The weak can't compete, cause talk's cheap if you walk meek. So I cause a mainstream leak, create an offspring beach and sunbathe as a rhythm slave till my cape's complete. My flow holds heat, so each step liquidates concrete into a flask at my feet, which I lift to drink before I sleep. And after a few sips, the rest left is ink. With feather dip to think, when the Lord slip they shrink till every myth retreats and time repeats. While I float they sink into the siphon code of destruction's brink. Revealed skill as a conductive link to the ruptured street. You suck and stink, no emotion, that's your vocals plus your beat. You just logo but thrust conceit, so I'll choke you to crush the beef. Barely beneath the surface but you busted deep. Best to retract your tongue before you and your cats get hung like floral reefs. My morals deplete while I eat the fabric of society cause the texture's sweet. Resting on like's peak, provoke feedback just to hear the mic speak. When I open I write neat, focus to fight fleets. Whether in hardback, black book I keep a loose leaf, white sheets. Each rhyme is a death-defying feat, cause my shine the blind can see. Those testing me are often left resting in coffins counting sheep. Those testing me are often left resting in coffins counting sheep. Those testing me
They've
are
come
often
to
left
drop
resting in
angelical
coffins
bombs,
counting sheep.
bombs, 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 bombs.
Distance from the sun, learned to Distance from the sea. Distance from the sea. Distance from the sea.
Bend over Beethoven. Bend over Beethoven. Bend over Beethoven. Bend over Beethoven.
After ill spits, you won't wanna hit the stage to rip, cause I snatch you off, sever your fingers with vice grips, left with nubs, no grip, now the mic slips, while I'm playing mathematician, dividing your girl's hips, open faces like I get when the mic's in reach. You want peace and I want pieces of your body floating in bleach, with dirty laundry and the skeletons my closet holds, hang them to dry in a box and hide your fingers in the folds, throw lava darts till the melting starts and bones are rubble, drop remains off Mount Vesuvius into an acid puddle, reincarnate you into a baby, then stitch your head on reverse so you can watch your back for safety. Punch you in your chest with duct tape and smash glass on knuckles. Repeated blows to your torso to your chest plate buckles. And blood water's my garden is skill. I'll snatch out your vital organ and plant it so your heart's underground for real.
Okay, this is from the new Garbage LP entitled simply entitled Beautiful Cover, and this is called Bend Over Beethoven.
The complexity of my verbal trajectory catapulted from tongue's tip, gets on the skin of skull and processed by gray matter. Shatter art till the heart falls to the abyss of normalcy. God has oddly commissioned me to breathe life in my culture's dormancy. Ultra circle information, waiting for the inevitable. This lifeless mic grip tight as I watch the purple haze of night sky blend with the light in my eye. Glowing, flowing from third rail shot. Harvest cats to rock and have wrapped to fall back on with my sperm cells drop. Earthworms learn to reach below the surface of snow to teach. With syntax, speech, parasites leech. While I host with style derived from high after a sniff of the dust of Saturn's rings. Patterns seem to take up residence in my psyche. Evidence is likely to be erased. Encased in a realm, a drum and bass in hell hip-hop, and take it to a place where the helm's controlled by a race of aliens who once embraced this sphere. Clear and precise delivery, word choice put on ice, voice melodic to the ear, where cacophony is blocked in a prison. And listen as a survival tactic. Attack cats with battle raps in the form of a battle axe to their backs, and allow the DJ to scratch the snip before I burn the wick on your wax. Melt down the puddles in fact. Sound astounds the botanist who plants on toxic ground. Seeds smothered by their contaminated mother. Equivocal to you anti-skilled, starving artists starting to eat your sleeves to cure the hunger pains. Claiming you're the smartest, but only fly cause you got thrown the ball.
I am not strange. I am not strange. I am not strange. I stand in the forefront of this race. Though my race has forefronts all maxed, each solo you all adapted from the fourth. I am not strange. Though my life is an open book that began with chapter 12 and the preceding chapters, a chart on the charcoals glowing at a furious 451 Fahrenheit. Is this the height of my being? Am I being too abstract for laymen to catch each parable thrown in the gardens of tombstones with a lack of shieldings from smooth stones laymen? I stand alone in this old brick house that sits atop the highest molehill that each mountain you see is made out of. See, I am not strange. Yet I'm drawn to the pencil that draws my perspective in a strange fashion. Is it strange that I enter the shooting range bearing arms that project phalanges from each palm, when all along this long shot at living the 19th Psalm has me sweating bullets perforating each moving target? Stop moving. Stop moving unless multi is the precursor to your direction. Have I lost direction? Or have I found the strange in my direction? Well, the range of the strange in my direction floats goats like clutching the aimless. I'm engulfed by the patience I lack to operate the knob, turning to change stations.
yet I'm yearning to change stations. She had plans to follow my footprints that I left in duration sands, but the overwhelming wave crash of my emotions ocean washed the path away. How can I follow when they wash the path away? She screamed. She wondered why the path now was only walked in her dreams. Am I too late? Or is it too early to say? See where I stay, the walls close in, attempting to box in this poem, but I can say that at least she knows I am not strange. Well, is it strange that I think I can't turn? I thought I could, and the sun only shines when I sleep. Yeah, it's strange that the sun only shines when I sleep. Am I asleep now? Cause my shadow's cast on the sidewalk street from the sunshine. And the pinholes trace my eyelids from the sunshine, where darkness burns through as I sleep. I sleep on cloth-covered tables that rest on the backs of goblins that awakens when my eyes close to snatch my dreams. They catch my dreams thrown from its incubator where I hatch my dreams. I am not strange. Well, for 3.5 years I've been voluntarily locked in my locks as an old shoebox, airtight. The air might hold a key for each lock. To be unlocked within myself is a task within itself. She seemed to notice the burial of my eyes into my breastplate, not hidden, buried, rested. I am not strange. Though the sun only shines when I sleep, I am not strange. The moon glows as it walks and talks with me, with hands clasped around my wrist. But every recap of this list insists I am not strange. I am not strange.
Alright, it happened like this. I was chilling with one of my boys, right, and he had some shrooms. And I mean, I ain't never tried no hallucinogens before, you know what I'm saying? So he asked me to try it. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I tried it, then I stood up. I tried it, then I stood up. I tried it, then I stood up. Yo, then it was like, all of a sudden, I stepped in this room, noticed her sitting under a spotlight, generated by a 60-watt black light. She was dressed in all white, emitting a glow of a star. Into the northern part of the room, my focus was consumed. Yo, her face faces mine, so our eyes meet, alright? Opening a portal where locust stings bring blisters, but no pain was felt, for my energy was drained. You see, I thought it was a trap of one of Billie Jean's sisters, but something compelled me, so I still kissed her apocalypse with passion. Then I heard whispers. My first thought was dashing, second was laughing, third was asking if I could get some aspirin, cause my head was pounding. Then the strobe light started. She stayed in her chair, still gave me the same stare, then the tension parted. Did I mention she was beautiful? She had a body with some attributes that seemed useful. Too much for one night, but I could break away. For some reason I decided to stay. What for? She teetered the scale where my attention span was weighed. It was like she was the overseer and I was the slave, cause my froze toes had no action. I shouldn't have tripped, this is freaking me out. Hopefully this high will be soon passing, but it's lasting and lasting like the Energizer with alkalines. Every flash of the strobe lights making my sanity hard to find. Where am I at? I don't know. And who is this creature? Can I leave the floor seats and please move to the bleachers? Cause I keep watch. Then her face changed. She started to move, her hands turned to claws, but she glowed as the moon. I was ready to lose my lunch, but I had Nathan's breakfast. What the fuck? The rhythm in my chest became erratic and restless. She looked like a beast out of Paradise Lost who was on a search to recover it no matter the cost. I tried to convince her that whatever she misplaced, it wasn't in my possession and I didn't have it. Bad idea. What she do next? Then she fucking sliced my body in half with a laugh and waited for my spirit to drift. Damn. Then she grabbed it. What the fuck you mean she grabbed it? Damn, I don't even know what to say to that. The fuck you mean? That's crazy.
day is centered around cigarette smoke, dirty diapers and daytime soaps. Pacifiers, show flyers, speaker wires and Dreamcast buttons. Register punching, fake smiles, nail biting, dream chasing, pen bleeding, phone calls and scenic routes. Bill collector dodging, anarchy plotting, building, sinking sandcastles, planting seeds, smelling weed and combing the skies for anvils. Do touch-ups on the yellow brick road while 10 man's tears rust his armor. Dime drop to the homeless, beatniks, belly dancers and snake charmers. Window shopping, singing the ABCs to Jaheed, typecasting, stereotyping, stargazing and novel writing. Speaking to God, praying for rain. Hating my job, absorbing the pain. Scouring one ads for the keys to financial gain. Watching the sun drop. And with the tick-tock size, sing along. Paint the sunrise. Change the baby, write the song. Watch the sand drop with the tick-tock size, sing along. Paint the sunrise. Change the baby, write the song. My day is centered around rental cars, hotel suites and shooting stars. Bar tabs, bar spitting, groupies skipping and stage pacing. Politicking, email replies, beef avoiding, my 2 sons, 4 eyes. Scraping together square change, despair change. Money orders to pay bills, showcase skill to stay ill. Rose petals, grassy meadows, popping the occasional pill. Procrastinating, exaggerating, laying tracks for thought trains. Mountains peak, learning not to think to stay sane. Tying my locks back to rock raps and trap sweat. Revolution of moonbeams, sun rays and mood swings. The perfect set. Opening acts, demo floating. Old school classic quoting. Bottle waters, demon slaughter and staying open. Watching the sand drop with the tick-tock size. Sing along, I'll paint the sunrise. I'll change the baby, I'll write the song.
A little bit less than man, I lie still in the bed of sand, counting shooting stars beneath the foreign sky. Some poor bastards are born to die. My drill instructor said, way back in basic training. Now the swirling Iraqi earth impedes my vision when I'm aiming now. I ain't blaming nobody, yo. I just signed on to pay for school. No scholarships to 2.7 GPAs. The day I received my grades was the same day my battalion was called up for active service. I get sweaty and nervous when the light from firefights glows, and the incandescent brilliance beside the slowly arching moon. Tell my sister I'm coming home to her real soon. Some afternoons after the card games and perpetual practice maneuvers, the little boy in me dies. I hide the corpse behind a grin and suit up once again to protect the freedoms upon which America was founded. Yeah, somewhere deep in the blood-soaked ground beside the landmines we just planted. Private Wilson just lost it last week in panic and shot 2 adolescent girls who I failed to identify themselves. The vacant eyes were as black as hidden wells. I was frozen lifeless water. It made me think of my infant daughter. I miss her as I lay here in the night sky, staring at a picture.
I was 10 when they first invaded. My father then gave me a rifle to defend my God, my country. Raised with pride and veins, though eyes bled with innocence. Father and I fled from home to join others of like minds. Some younger than I, some slightly older, with chips the size of boulders. They kept balanced on their shoulders and couldn't shake it. They're the land of the free, home of the cowardly tyrants who forced us to resort to violence to keep our freedom from their imposed freedom. How ironic. Their leader wants to rid our weapons of mass destruction with weapons of mass destruction. Then I found out our home was blown to the sky with my mother and sister still inside. And they wonder why we keep hostages. I could give a fuck about Saddam, but they killed my mom, that's all I see. Playbacks of searching for food to eat with my kid sister right next to me. Then I saw a group of the evildoers creeping slowly with weapons drawn. A few of us wanted to surrender, the majority stayed strong. They were 20 feet away, unbeknownst to what was ahead. I jumped out for revenge, but before I could pull the trigger, I stepped on a landmine and lost both my legs. Feeling my mother hold me as my life slips away.